Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Can just kind of face check all sorts of things if they do not have vision, and that is very important because they do not have vision. That is absolutely true. He's going to get engaged on as there's the Dawning Shadow, has to flash to get himself out. That's a big ulti from Willer, but it's the Zeri that locks down the first kill in the fight, and then Willer is just going to execute them. Flash out from Effort, that gets him to safety, and Envy did get that one kill, but they trade down, and it looks like the Dragon will belong to the Zinzao as Execute is moving in, so never mind. We're looking for another 5v5, slow down onto Effort, as in goes Willer. They look for the Rakan and throw him backwards, but he's able to battle dance his way through, not able to get the rocks down in time, I don't think. Was Closer as Morgan trying to tank this one up, but he's taking a lot of damage here for free, and there is the hook that's going to connect. Reaver's Wall going to separate Envy as he's fighting clear on the top side of this fight. Meganar comes in and he flashes out of the wallop, but still Closer is going to go down and Execute, and the rest of FearX are going to run away.
Yeah, that was not the greatest setup there for Closer. He ends up getting a big shove, but there's no follow-up damage. It's still early game here for the Senna. And now health bars are low and they still want to contest.
There's only 3 of them. Clear does have teleport to try and get back into this fight, but this Herald is going down exceptionally low. That is going to be the secure. Let's see who's going to start piloting it. Is it going to be Envy? Is he just going to dive in? That's a nice little flick onto Morgan as he's the one driving. All right, there we go. Where are we going? They're just going to kill it and he's just going to get out. As not going to be CC'd up from the hook. And starting a fight is probably not going to be their favorite thing.
Clear is pushing inner as well, and he has teleport.
Well, Hook is going to connect here from Execute as they chain the CC onto Karis. He gets a big old shield though, and now Effort diving into that backline, but not a massive amount of value as, oh no, Envy just gets hopped on here as immediately he's over the wall once again. Not much of an R-bar, but Clear doesn't need it. He's an AD carry as well, I guess. And that is going to be a beautiful connection, and the wind becomes lightning from Willer. He takes down Envy, and that is going to be the end of this fight for Bro. FearX, they just demolished them.
Orianna, because they kept putting the ball in really nice spots. Like, okay, there's a choke point here they can't approach. Then I put it in another choke point, but he never pressed R on it.
Oh,
he did here.
Goes entirely wide, and Clear just going to celebrate with a little bit of hopscotch.
So watch this moment again with Clear.
Just going to find the Orianna.
Yeah. And by the way, like, no Meganar until the end. Not even required here.
Their minion waves for a bit of aggression on the Baron. And there's Doiv getting caught out of position. It's about as elementary as that, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? As Doiv goes down, that's the jungler. That is going to mean Baron. Dawning Shadow also means Effort is going to go down as well. And Karis just walks this one off.
I mean, he's just struggling. He's got good wave clear, but meanwhile on the top side.
Yeah, there's a massive engage from Execute. Finds 3 with the knock-up. Effort cannot do anything about this, and Henna is just raining down these auto attacks. Another inhibitor will go down, and I think this is just going to be the game. And I think a lot of people are going to say that this one was boring, but man, was it clean.
It was clean.
End. Like, the amount of, like, ticking of boxes that FearX did, they did exactly what you're supposed to do in a late game. It was beautifully done.
It really was, and we didn't get to say that about FearX all too much this season, but team fights, definitely not the cleanest, but the macro, that was good in this game, and a lot of it was Clear, setting up these waves. Willer?
Right, that's a nice little kickback. It's going to mean not a whole lot. As Doiv does go down, but he does demonstrate that he can do that if he needs to. There's a flash forward from Clear. He finds Envy, pushes him into his own Nexus as he's on the fountain now, trying to keep himself alive. The flick is good onto Morgan. A teleport in the middle of the battle for Execute.
It would have been fun, but I don't know. If Delight can't pull it off, then I don't know if you're pulling it off in this case, Execute. Yeah.
Doiv. All right, let's see whether they can do anything meaningful here to Clear. Good stun is going to come forward, and Clear is just looking for a solo. It's not going to happen. Morgan still had to flash, but that is going to be first blood going over to the Jax jungle. High value here for Bro and Doiv. Yeah, like that.
Tempo ult for Raptors. That's how you, as a mid laner, help out your jungler. Sometimes the jungler helps out the mid laner, but not in this case.
Willer is going to spot that his Raptors were taken away. Very sad stuff here. And he's actually going to wrap around. Look for a little bit of an ulti here. Does manage to find it as Closer. Gets the flick back onto Pool Bay. Willer happily tanks up about 4 turret shots and is able to take down the Orianna. Great punishment there.
Yeah, down here, maybe something?
Yeah, Effort just going to get headbutted, and FearX just wanting to clear out the vision where they can. Crash down from Effort isn't exactly fantastic as he gets knocked up. Magnet Storm comes on through, and they are just going to kill the Rel. There he goes. Now there's a stun onto Envy as Execute with the Unbreakable Will is just very, very tanky. Doiv not able to get here in time, and that is just a freebie.
Right. Yeah, she's still really strong at early skirmishes when she has her ultimate and 2v2s, 3v3s.
There's a cease and desist. In comes Closer as well as Effort just can't get on over. It's a decent shockwave, but I think Poolbay is still going to be dead. Closer locks down that kill as now Doiv. He's the one that's going to take his turn to die, and Henna is going to lock that kill up. I think this game is heading towards certification, Wolf, and it's a bit of a worry for FearX in a lot of their games. Is now he's going to find the mid laner here for Bro, and Willer is so incredibly strong. Sundered Sky already completed, and Poolbay, he's running the wrong direction. Seismic Shove is going to miss, and Poolbay doing the walk strategy very, very well. Still, Vault Breaker is going to come through. And
he's flanking them!
He is definitely flanking them. And the minions! Minions going to be taken down here as Poolbay will tank up the turret, and there is a last Vault Breaker. Home goes Willer now, and he'll spend all of that money that he just made.
I don't think Willer spent... Okay, hold on. Doiv?
Yeah, goes in, does find a counter-strike as now Henna has ulted as well. Still, Execute with the Unbreakable Will is trying to tank up, but it's just not going to be enough to deal with. The three of them raining hell down upon him, and Henna not able to dissuade them from killing his cow. And that should be his outer turret on the bottom side of the map taken down.
Both of these games, FearX have just gotten an advantage and just run it all over the map. And I mean that in a good way. They've just basically taken all of these critical positions. They've then put deep vision around this turret so they could set up for this play.
Very good stuff as Envy versus Henna, but around the inner turret here. And that is a very aggressive teleport. Clear just going to come on over, and he does now have his Sunfire Cape completed. This will be a large influx of money, and there it is. And a turret taken down now. Effort looking for an opportunity, but he's headbutted away. And I think Execute might have a little bit of trouble here. Is still going to be able to flash to get to relative safety, and Clear is a huge brick wall to stand in front of Bro. Ulti here from Henna, who's looking to try and turn it. Has to respect the orb as they are standing on it for the moment. Envy still looking for an opportunity, and it is a dive comp, Wolf, but they're not using it like one. They're playing it like a front-to-back composition, and that's not really what you want to see. Poolbay coming back, does have his flash and shockwave available. His Effort taking a lot of damage. Cease and desist actually invested onto him as he just goes up into the sky. It's a fantastic shockwave. Can they find more, though, is the question, as Morgan diving on in. It's a double kill for Envy, but that is still the Vi locking down the Crocodile. And Clear is still up and available alongside Henna, who does do a fair bit of work still.
It is a very nice day outside. In fact, very few clouds, so I guess they're just all on the rift. As a contest?
Not able to actually lock anything down here as Clear sets up the circle as he is wont to do. That's a big shutdown as the Vi goes down, and now Doiv, he's looking for even more. Henna trying to throw these burst fires out, and Clear is the one that does it. He stood there, and the circle took him down. Composition to dive into the Baron Pit, because that's what they're going to need to do, is headbutt out for Doiv as now in they go. Good shockwave is going to connect as Closer just flashing into the back of this pit. It is a catastrophe as Doiv locks down the Baron. And now, FearX, can you actually punish them for stealing your stuff? As Effort able to limp his way out. Fantastic flash over from Morgan to execute that kill. And now Henna left in the pit, out to dry. And Morgan's going to chop him up. FearX, that was a throw. As we're going back, says FearX
are super slow to respond to this. They only send Clear back, and Closer was already there, but like,
yeah,
you're going to lose an inhibitor, and then you're probably still not going to be able to secure this dragon. We were really praising the macro of FearX in Game 1 and the advantages they pushed in Game 2, but...
And there's another one. He is being sought, well and truly.
We don't see Kaisa all too often, but if you, for those who don't know, once you have the Empowered W, which you can get from finishing Nashor's Tooth, if you hit people, it gives you a cooldown reduction, so every time Envy hits one of those, it's very frustrating for FearX to know another one's coming. Envy?
Well, in goes Willer. Is going to have his ulti popped, though, and they dive on top of Henna. Not able to finish him off, though, as you can see now Closer finally making his way into the fight, but Willer is already dead. Poolbay taken down exceptionally low, but Henna is dead. The red buff is going to lock that one down. Killer Instinct from Envy, and he knows that this fight is pretty much done. It's a great flick, though, as Closer, still a fair bit of damage on him, threads the volleys through. How did Fox actually make that one work?
Insane. There's just not enough long-term damage in this composition here for Bro. Hey, it's really tough for Willer to get into this pit. He does not have flash.
Yeah, Effort probably going to be spotted here on this flank angle. The Baron goes down very, very low. They're not wanting to flip it. And Clear going to get in here and push Effort away. He wants to find that angle, but it's going to be so difficult. And now the charge up is going to come through. Not sure about the Crocodile as the main target, who does press that dominance button, and he's still going to go down, so never you mind. If you all have the same idea, it is just going to work out. It's a double kill for Closer. Killer Instinct into the backline for Envy, though, and he's now going to have to try and fight it, but that seismic shove he was so scared of is going to kill him in the end. And FearX, yeah, they had a bit of a hiccup, but, you know, they just they win the glass of water and everything was fine.
I guess they win in the end, as, yeah, Willer maybe don't engage on the Crocodile, but he didn't really have any other option there. He wanted to get his way out, and it bought enough space for the Zeri. Hannah ends up having a massive ultimate there and coming through, and Closer, big improvement this game around on the Talia in terms of what sort of impact he can make in team fights. Actually doing a ton of damage in the last one, and this time that final shove does Envy in. And they're going to push to end. No Baron, but they think they have the damage, and with only Effort here, I think they are correct in that assumption.
They absolutely are. They're just ignoring Effort entirely. Some casual pulverizers, some headbutts as well. It's pacifist mode, as now they're going to look to focus down this Nexus. They should be able to do so, as Closer is going to be on in there.
Ult.
That's a double kill. Make it a triple for Morgan as the Lord grabs a few on his way out, but that is going to be...
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.